Can I just say something first off before we start the stream? By the way, guys, the notifications go out or no? I want to let you know, bro. 3 things. The first of all, thank you for inviting me out here. That's first of all.
You're welcome.
Second of all, you changed my life, bro.
Have I?
Yes.
Tell me why.
And I see you a little bit getting a little smiley here.
Well, I've changed a lot of people's lives.
You have. Here's my thing, right? The thing is this, right? You have changed my life in a better way. I've realized a lot of things, of the things you've spoken into, okay? Yeah. And I'm really starting to take my life seriously this time. I think you could tell that I'm serious. I came out here literally to be under your wing in a way. And I don't know, I feel good about myself, bro.
What have you changed? What action have you taken? Or is it still in the stage where it's in your mind and you're starting to understand?
It's great you asked. I'm currently not anybody, okay? No hoes or anything like that. I'm, what is it? I'm not coming. Celibate.
I don't advocate for that.
What do you mean?
There's nothing wrong.
You told me I'm not supposed to girls.
No, I said you're supposed to stay away from degeneracy, but you can still get like 4 wives.
Oh, okay. Well, so I can still like girls?
You can have 4 wives, yeah, of course.
How many wives do you have?
4.
You have 4 girls.
4 wives.
Wives, sorry, I didn't mean to disrespect.
It's fine.
Sorry.
But no, I'm not saying, I've never actually, let's make this clear. I say avoid degeneracy as a whole, and a lot of degeneracy involves women doing stupid shit and parties and this kind of crap. But I don't advocate for avoiding sexual.
Hold on, everyone's saying I look like a fucking little person right now. I don't. He even said when I first met him that I'm actually very tall and I'm skinny in real life. You did say that. Vouch. You said that to me. You said, wow, young man, you actually are really fit.
Where's your wife? You need to get a good, wholesome woman.
Well, it's kind of fucking hard. We're in 2020, 2022. It's really hard to get a nice, pleasant lady.
Okay, so first off, yeah, it is 2022. Things are very fucking different. Very, very different, first off. And then second off, I think this is really interesting, especially in this space. A lot of men just think that just not having sex in this whole no fap shit is gonna just magically make you rich and just magically make you into a fucking Viking man or something like that. It's not true. And the reason why it's not true is because there's nothing wrong with having sex. There's nothing wrong with, getting in touch and being intimate with your lady, with whoever. What the issue is self-control. We are in an era where self-control, accountability, and respect are at an all-time, discipline are at an all-time low because there's no need for it. Everything in the world is basically just telling you, oh, everything's acceptable. Oh, it's okay. Body positivity. Oh, this, that, and the third. There's hardly any body in anything around that holds people accountable, that makes you be a better person than what you are, because everything's supposed to be accepted today. And so I agree with Andrew Tate, man. It's not necessarily about just not fucking anybody. It's not about not having sex. It's about the content of the character of the people that you're having sex with. It's about your intentions with the person that you're having sex with. That's what it's about. Are you having sex with someone that's going to make you better? Are you both making each other better? That's really kind of what it's about. And so we're going back. Adin Ross is saying that, how do you find a good woman in 2022? Let's see what he has to say about that.
Bro, find them.
How?
Well, first things first, you have to find a good blueprint. I don't believe you find a good completed woman. You find a good blueprint, one who is capable of learning and understanding, that you can help grow, and then you turn her into the perfect woman. You must build the woman.
How?
By leading by example.
Where do I get the blueprint? Where? You know what I like about him? He's trying not to break here. You're smiling a lot.
I'm smiling.
You're admired. Be honest. Are you glad
I'm happy to smile because I like the questions you're asking.
Good. Okay, good. Okay, go ahead. How do you find the blueprint in a woman?
All right. So I'm actually smiling. The true reason I'm smiling is every single time I answer anything about women, I smile a little bit because I know that there's going to be a field day of the Matrix. But truthfully, you need to find a woman who's not completely corrupted by society and not broken. That's what you have to do. Find one who's not broken and corrupted. And then you need to show her that there's more happiness for you and her living a life of truth.
Right.
Living a life of away from the degeneracy. And then you need to be man enough for her to respect you and allow you to lead her to the promised land. That's how. You're never going to find a complete and perfect woman. You're going to have to
build it in.
You're going to have to build her.
Okay.
There's 2.
What's really interesting about this, what he's saying, is that it may sound like it's so terrible that women, when they hear some things like this, or even guys when they hear this, they want to label this as misogynistic. What did he actually say? He said you have got to be a good enough person, good enough man for a woman to want to follow in your direction. This is not even just about women, you guys. This is about men being a man in general. If you are a heterosexual male, we're talking about heterosexual male, talking about heterosexual couples, because homosexual stuff, that's just different. The dynamics between that is just all different, and I'm not involved in that community, so I'm not going to speak on that. I'm only going to talk about heterosexual couples and stuff like that. As a man, if you're supposed to be the leader of the house, you've got to be a worthy leader. Who's going to want to, even men aren't going to respect you if you aren't a respectable kind of guy. And so you've got to continue to build yourself into a good character. And so I think that this is extremely important of what Andrew Tate is talking about. It's really about you. It's about you being better, right? It's not about you finding the perfect woman. No, you need to build with each other. When you're finding someone new, when you guys are together, you guys are you're two individuals trying to create a life together. Yes, she's going to try to point you in the direction that she likes things. You're going to point her in the direction that you guys like things. It's like maybe you go into a restaurant, right? The more you spend time around somebody, you guys are going to start to eat the same kind of foods a little bit, right? Because you guys are there's going to be resistance, but it's going to eventually come to a very pleasurable area for the both of you. If you, as the man, are someone that is continuously always trying to better yourself. And so this is what I was trying to get at, but a lot of guys are just like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not about building up a woman. It's not about building up. Then what the fuck is it, huh? You're just going to find completed people out in the world? Fuck that. No, that doesn't even make sense. That's not even realistic, you guys. Sure, it kind of is realistic, but it's like, where's your results at? You, like, if people that say this shit, where are your results at? Right? Is it really truly better to find someone that's completely finished altogether? What the fuck? That person is more than likely going to have a chip on their shoulders. That person is going to be very hard to even get along with because they're so used to doing things the way that they've done it. This goes with older people. Is you can't teach an old dog new tricks. This is what you see often with a lot of guys who have been successful, right? They made a lot of money, but they never built the emotional character. So they're fucking cocky as shit, rightfully so, but it's so distasteful because they never humbled themselves around women. They just assumed, oh, when I get this money, when I get the body, you're gonna bow down and fucking worship me. No, it's not about that. No. It's more than that, you guys. And so that's what Andrew Tate's kind of trying to talk about. So many guys just always look for the makeup, the BBL, the slutty pictures or whatever. Like, oh, she's hot, she's bad. But a lot of these hot women have the worst characters, the worst souls in the world, you guys. And then you following these women instead of following your purpose, instead of making a goal for yourself. That's the things you should be chasing. Those are the things that you should be like going towards. People chase the wrong shit and then their lives get fucked up. Then they're depressed and then they're suicidal, and it's just like, yo, it's ridiculous, man.
Either you are programming your woman's mind or society is programming your woman's mind. And if you're going to allow society to program her mind, do you think she's going to be an honest, good person?
No.
What is society telling her to do?
Tell her to not do that?
Well, society's telling her to be a 304.
What's that?
Well, I'm saying things I'm allowed to say on Twitch.
But what's a 304? You can tell me.
You can work it out. But
304?
Yeah. Ask Fresh and Fit, they'll tell you. Society's telling her to be degenerate and promiscuous.
I mean, look at the new rappers, the new female rappers out there. I'm F-R-E-E, fuck nigga free. Get the head, get the bread, then leave. Listen, I'm only speaking for the black community. It's probably worse in the other communities. I don't know. I'm only speaking for the black community here. But if women are listening to that kind of music, if they're following that, if they look up to these types of women, you kind of already know what they're about in their character, in their mind. Why would you want you guys are so caught up in the aesthetics, the outside, that you have no ability to penetrate past it and look at the content of a person's fucking character. That's what makes you men so unsuccessful with women. This is what makes women unsuccessful with men, because Everybody nowadays, they do not know how to. They don't have sight beyond the fucking surface. We don't do that anymore. We don't have that. That's something that long ago, before the internet, everyday modern fucking humans were able to do. They were able to, for the most part, we're able to judge and actually hold conversations for the. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But this is what I see today, right? This is the issue I see with men and I see with women. You don't know how to judge the content of a person's character. You don't know how to judge the potential of a person. You don't know how to gauge the potential of a person, and you don't know how to build with a person. You guys don't know how to build. Whenever one bad thing happens, whenever one argument happens, you go fuck your person's friend. You go fuck, you know what I mean? Like, come on, those aren't solutions.
Right?
Okay.
But you have to tell her the opposite. So it's your programming against society's programming. If you just leave her to be empty without programming, I don't believe that women truly operate in that realm. I think to one degree or another, they're always programmed by someone or something. So you have to combat society's programming as a whole. That's how you build a good woman. You have to sit with your woman.
Let me ask you a question. Can you take a hoe and could you make her a queen?
I could.
Could I?
No. At the absolute elite, at the top echelons of masculine experience, you can turn a hoe into a housewife. But why would I want to do that?
You want to just take a housewife and build.
No, you don't find a housewife. This is my exact point.
You
find a good woman,
yeah,
and then you sit there and watch Netflix with her and say, this is garbage. And she'll sit there and go, yes, you're right, this is garbage. And you awaken her to the Matrix. When you find a good woman, she watches the bullshit from the Matrix and says, this is garbage. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be like these other girls. You're right, Andrew. Thank you for saving me. You saved me from the degeneracy, Andrew. You are my Lord. What would you like me to do for you? That's what happens.
Wow.
It's true.
I have a question. If you're with a girl laying in your bed and she turns on an Adin Ross stream, what would you do, just out of curiosity?
That's a very interesting scenario because I cannot possibly fathom the level of female which would watch you for entertainment.
Hey.
No, but this is not an insult. I'm trying to think. So there's a chick, like a female, I want to watch Adin Ross. What kind of... I can't even see that happen. I can't see that, bro. Not in my world.
All right, hold on. Everyone in the chat, how many of you guys have a pussy in here? Put me in the chat. Let's just see how many people got pussies, all right? How many of you guys got a pussy, all right? How many of you guys would fuck me and Andrew? How many of you guys got a pussy in here? Let's just look what they say. Look, me. Look, how many people are putting me? They're all putting me, Andrew. Look, somebody named Katie, me.
Anyway, let's go back to the point. Women are built. So I'll give you examples of this, right? People will see me with one of my wives. And she'll be respectful, she'll be getting everybody drinks, she'll be tidying up after everybody, she'll be making sure we all have a good time, she'll be a great host, she'll be gorgeous, etc. And they'll go, wow, where'd you find her? I didn't find her anywhere. I made her that way. She wants to be that way for me.
Oh.
She wants to be that way for me. If she was with some pussy, then she wouldn't act that way.
Okay, so...
And there's endless proof of this. Any real G who's out here long enough knows a girl who was a complete nightmare for her ex, and now she's a complete pussycat for the next dude.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
A woman is a reflection of her man. So if you want a good woman, you have to be a good man. And please understand, like I said earlier, it's absolutely not really true. Women are programmed by one of two things, either you or society. If you allow society to program your female, she's only going to be a detriment on your life.
And I would like to add in with Adin Ross's advice.
So this is a really interesting point right here, right? Now, I think men and women, for the most part, are definitely programmed to a certain degree by society. But one thing that I completely advocate for, that Kevin Samuels doesn't advocate for, that a lot of other guys don't advocate for, but I completely do, is we judge people's past. The reason why we judge people's past, especially a girl that you're trying to entertain, is you see what she has done with another guy, and you see what she is either going to do with you or not do with you. That determines how she sees you. If you ask a woman, how do you see me? How do you view me? That's such an awkward, weird question. Like, how is she? You can't even expect her to honestly answer that, because it's such a loaded question, you know? But how that answer does come about is through actions and through previous actions. The woman can also judge you the same way. What have you done with your exes that you're either doing or not doing with her? This is advice that men and women should use for each other. This really determines how a person views you. Do they respect you more? Do they not respect you as much as they did someone else? Did they love someone more than they love you? You know what I mean? Are they willing to put more? You know, so it's extremely important to see how this woman was with her exes, and because you need to compare yourself. You need to compare yourself. How is she going to treat you? How are you going to how are you treating her? Do you treat her like you treated your exes? Do you treat her better? Do you treat her worse? What are some things that you've done? So these are really important things to talk about and things to know, because you can't ever straight up ask someone, hey, how do you view me? Hey, do you like me? Do you love me? How much? Like, how are you going to get that answer out? You can't. No one's ever going to be able to articulate that. You got to be able to see and judge through actions.
Women are a program society, and so are men.
You're so scared again.
Hey, buddy, we're on fucking Twitch. You think I want to get fucking... Hey, bro, I'm not like you. I can't make millions out the fucking internet. I need this shit, or I'm fucking done. I'm smoked. Then I'm gonna have to work for you, and you're gonna yell at me all fucking day.
Yeah, I would.
If I lose this shit, I'm working with you. You're taking me on. You have to, bro.
Bro, if you can't work for me, you're not ready for the war. I'm in endless battle against the Matrix. The agents of the machine are trying to fucking destroy me.
So am I gonna
join my team? You can't handle life on my side.
Wait, am I gonna get destroyed? Am I part of this now?
No, you're a neutral civilian at NPC.
I'm not a bot, dumbass.
You're a little bit.
No, I'm not. I know what's going on. We had some very intellectual conversations off camera. You know, I was talking my shit. I was saying good things, and I know about the world.
To go back to your point earlier about men being programmed by the Matrix in society also. Yeah, I agree. Of course, everybody's programmed by society as a whole.
Fucking NPC, bro.
No, everybody's programmed by society. That's true.
Yes, thank you.
But men operate and live in a slightly different realm than females, because men live in a realm of absolute accountability and competency.
So do girls.
No, they don't.
Girls have accountability and responsibility.
To who? Women, if you're a beautiful... Bruv, please understand me. If you're a beautiful woman, you're afforded luxuries. And one of the luxuries you're afforded is the ability to be wrong. Women can go through life and be wrong about things because they're hot.
Okay.
A man can't be wrong because you're living in a world of competency and accountability. You have to find the best way to possibly perform to get ahead. A woman doesn't have to do that. You can go on a date with a woman and sit there and she can...
And to counter this, at least in the black community, you guys, I'm not going to speak on other communities. Black men can live a life of unaccountability. And you know what form that they take? They take the form of the fucking hood niggas that you see. They take the form of the 40-year-old men who act like fucking they're still 20. They take the form of the men that are 40, 50, who dress like they're still about to go play some pickup basketball at the fucking court in the middle of the park. These are the men, people, you know what I mean? These are the guys that are my age, 30, still buying PlayStation 5s over a fucking car. Yeah, so some guys can live a life of unaccountability. And the results that come out of it is a man that isn't worth much. Like just being honest. And so what Andrew's trying to say is that a woman can go that same route, but because she's hot, she's still going to continue to get attention. She's still going to continue to have opportunities because she's hot, right? Even though she's still living the life of the man that I just told you, the life of a man who doesn't try to strive to be more. If you compare that to the life of a woman who doesn't strive to be more and just lives life the way she wants to, never truly following any advice, that woman is still going to live a better life than that man is, for the most part, you guys. You know? And it's because, I mean, once again, like, life is competitive. So, yeah, if you're a guy that isn't about shit, you know, and you got a bunch of girls around you, hopefully you don't fall in love with them, because if you're not shit, how many other men around you are not shit or better than you? That means that there's a lot of other guys that could, quote unquote, take your girl. What's the incentive for her staying around? So, you know, it's this is really good. This is really important information, you guys.
Tell you about magical crystal skulls and how she believes in them, and this magical crystal skull gives her positive energy and it helps her feel good, and every time she's sick she rubs the crystal skull and she feels better. And because she's smoking hot, 9 times out of 10 a man will sit there and go, yeah, interesting. Okay. And she'll just believe this fantasy until her tits get saggy. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, but as a dude, you can't do that.
Okay, I can. Look, let's look at this. Let's say it's the other way around. Maybe I'm with a girl and she's like, oh my god, Adin Ross, you're so fucking hot. I want to fuck the shit out of you. But I'm like, okay.
Adin, that's never happened.
Really? Don't shit on me like that,
bro. But let's be honest, that's never happened.
I'm better looking than you.
Perhaps, but that's never happened.
Okay.
Has that ever happened to you?
What? Someone's like, Aiden Ross, you're so hot?
Hey, you're so hot, I want to fuck you.
Yes, it has.
You're lying.
My chat's seen it 1,000 times on fucking
Bro, that's never happened.
Bro, it literally has on stream. It literally has.
Liar.
I get what you're saying. However, it can go both ways. What if a girl is super duper attracted to a guy, okay? And the guy happens to maybe say something that like is like, oh my god, what the fuck he's talking about? The girl's like, oh my god. Okay, it could be like this too. What if the guy's super duper fucking rich?
Yeah.
And the girl's like, and maybe I'm talking about fucking crystals and aliens fucking in the butt. And the girl's like, oh, that's kind of weird, but fuck it, I want to fuck him.
How did the dude get super rich?
This is a very good point. You know what the equivalent to a guy like that is that I truly believe? Those are the surfer dudes. The dudes out there that believe in fucking like, you know, the same shit. What are the lies that those guys typically lead? You know? Now, whether or not that's a good or bad thing, if you think it's attractive or not, you know, hey, that's on the woman, that's on the whatever that's attracted to those kind of guys. But for someone like me who's trying to build, who cares about generational wealth, who cares about taking care of his mom, his family, making sure we have enough money, living life, traveling the world, spending $2,000 on a round trip ticket to go visit another country and come back, you guys. I have to do more than just go surfing on the waves and playing fucking handpans with my bros. You know what I'm saying? And smoking some herb and taking some shroomies, dude. Like, there's more to life that I have to do in order to create those experiences for me and my loved ones. So my only option in life is to become better. It's to make more money. It's to get more education. It's to put the time and the work in, you guys. That's the only other option. Not to mention, I can't be fat. I've already done that for the first fucking 15 years of my life, you guys, and it was hell. I would never go back to being fat. Like, there's just no way that I cannot have fitness be in my life today. Life is 50 times better being fit. It's definitely hard. I can't spend as much time doing leisurely activities because I'm always sitting here working, or I'm at the gym. You know, I don't spend as much time with my family because I'm sitting here to work. Now, if you're rich, and if you're born rich, that completely takes a tremendous amount of pressure and things that you have to invest your time in because you've got the money. If you've got money, you can use your money to make you more money. And so, you know what I mean? It's it's a hack. It's a life hack at that point if you're born rich. But if you're not born rich, you've got to put the time in, you guys. Nobody's gonna give you a fucking handout in life. So this is really good advice, man. Really good advice.
Because what you just described, you're making false comparisons. They're not the same, and I'm about to explain to you why. I said that the woman is allowed to be incorrect on certain issues and not live in the real world because she is born with an innate value. She's born with beauty, which is given to her by God. You are comparing that to a man's money, which is fine.
Not just money, it's an example.
Okay, it's an example, but in most cases, perhaps he has daddy's money, but in most cases, the man had to earn that money. He earned that value. So they're different things. Comparing innate value and earned value are completely different scenarios. Do you understand?
Hold on, are we frozen? Yo. Maybe it's them trying to stop us from having this combo.
The Matrix, we ain't frozen, G.
We're not?
Nah.
That got really scary for a second. I think we were frozen for a second. That's scary, Andrew.
You call that scary?
Are you not scared?
Bro, your life has been easy. You're scared of a frozen stream?
Yo, Andrew. Okay,
Hasn't anyone tried to kill you?
Yeah.
Okay, then what the fuck you worried about?
Bro, it's hot in here. I'm sorry, Andrew. You can't get mad at me, bro. It's hot. It's ridiculously hot, man. You have the AC at like 80 degrees Fahrenheit, bro. It's ridiculous. There's no air coming in. I can't do this.
It's fine.
Thank you.
If you're prepared to show that to the world, then...
Come on. Don't body shame me, man.
I'm body shaming.
I'm going to cancel you for body shaming me in 2022.
Oh, no. Don't cancel me. Oh, no. I'm not scared of getting canceled. Yeah, I am body shaming you. I'm trying to inspire you. Body shaming is a fantastic inspiration. In fact, I think that, you know, bullying as a whole has always been a good way to get a lot of shit done.
Okay, what was your first impression when you saw me in person?
I mean, I got in shape because I got bullied. I got tired of being bullied. I ain't gonna lie. Do I think there are better methods to inspiring people to get better in shape? Yeah, but you know, I mean, it was one of my best friends. I was in the gym. I was in 7th or 8th grade. I'll never forget it. Took off my shirt because we had gym uniforms. He was like, "Damn, Rob, you got some titties." in front of everybody, man. All the guys were laughing at me. I was like, fuck you, man. But that same night, I tell you what, I went home. I did push-ups every single day after that. I couldn't even do one push-up that day, but I eventually was able to do 10 push-ups. And then when freshman year came around, I was bench pressing 135 at like fucking 15, you know? Yeah. So I mean, I think there are better ways, but I mean, it worked for me. You know, being bullied that worked for me. So,
I have nothing bad to say about you, Aiden. I do like you.
I know you do. I know you like me.
No, I have nothing against you.
I know.
I think you're like a perfect example of everything that. Let me say this in the right way. You are the perfect example of like just the normal-ish dude.
Okay.
You know? So it's like I'm here trying to inspire excellence and there's nothing about you that's excellent. So it's perfect for me to sit here with you and say, look, you could be better.
I know I could be better. I'm potentially not on my potential.
Exactly.
Yes, I could be better. I could do things. I could better my life. I could better my body. I could better my mindset. I could better everything.
Correct.
This is my first time really ever traveling across the fucking world. And I came for you. I didn't come for anything else. You. You
came all the way here with Brokey YouTube.
Bro, it's because I'm in the Dubai fucking servers, bro. They fucking put shit.
You flew all the way here with Brokey YouTube on your phone.
Bro, it's because I'm in the Dubai YouTube servers, bro. The YouTube shit kicked me out. I swear, bro.
Anyway, what was I saying earlier? I was talking about something important like I usually am. The realm of competency in which a man must operate. Aiden,
I'm listening.
You must operate inside of a realm of absolute competency. Your goal as a man, your mission as a man is to discover the truth. Because you must find the truth of the universe and the truth of the world, because only the truth will set you free. You're not born with an innate value like a female is. A female can be born beautiful. She doesn't need to be interested in the truth. She can just be happy, believe in fairies and crystal skulls, and go through life and be happy. What's actually interesting is men find that attractive. I find permanently happy women attractive. Women who don't live in the harsh, brutal realities of the world, who are perhaps a bit too optimistic and airy-fairy, are very attractive to men. Because
yes.
If a man has a very difficult life, he likes the idea of always being around a happy woman.
For sure.
I don't want a woman who's gone through the same kind of trauma and stress that I have. But as a man, you must go through a process of discovering what is true and what is false about the world, and developing absolute and utter competency so you can outcompete other men. Life.
that is actually very beautiful what he's just said. He said something very, very, very fucking important right there, you guys. He said there's different types of women that you can get, right? What's really attracted to most men is that really airy, like kind of almost detached woman that's like, you know, that there's a balance of understanding that there's bullshit in the world that she is able to acknowledge on her own, right? Yet she's still able to find things that are like a bit airy and like that just makes her happy. I love that, because I truly believe that as a man, you should be doing the legwork. You should be doing all the hard work so that you can afford your woman to be happy, to be fun, to enjoy the things that makes her happy, to allows her to be more girly, be more of herself. You should be taking those bullets. You should be doing the hard work to allow that to happen. But where men fail is that they do all of this legwork for the wrong woman that will not appreciate that. That's extremely important. You've got to find the perfect, the right women who deserve men for you sacrificing your life for her. She has to deserve it. And you've got to understand the value that you're bringing to that, right? Now, whether or not she thinks it's valuable, you have to understand that it's valuable because it's your life. It's only one life that you live. You're not going to get all that time back. So whether you're broke, whether you're rich, the time that you have is finite, meaning that it's got to go to somewhere valuable. You're not going to get this time back. So you got to spend it with someone that's going to appreciate you. You know what I mean? Honestly, with all of this information that's going on YouTube, if men do this in a healthy way, humanity really might go in a great direction, an amazing direction. There's a lot of men who focus on being better, focus on building the world around them instead of chasing all of these Instagram models and shit like that. This world is going to be amazing. Can you imagine all of the stuff that we can build If men get our shit together, we start focusing and making ourselves better, you guys. We start working together. Oh my God, the possibilities are amazing. They actually said this. Actually, I think Jordan Peterson even said something like this. The fact that women are hypergamous, that they want men to do better, makes men better, and it makes humanity grow. Because we're always competing and striving to win for a woman's appreciation. And on this path of becoming better men, we create better things. Society gets better. Women being so much more selective nowadays is forcing the average everyday man to become excellent. And it's great, you know, it's not bad. You know, there's some good potentials to it, some great things. Now, it can be bad if you have all this anger and this rage for women, you don't know where to put it. That becomes an issue, right? And if it's undisciplined and you just want to bring the same pain and anger to these women that they gave to you, now that becomes an issue. You need to start using that energy like an anime villain and become better. You know what I mean? Not fucking destroy the world, but use it and take and wear it proudly, right? Become a better person.
You have.
All right, so that's that, you guys. I thought that was really interesting, man. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like, comment, subscribe down below, you guys. That's all I really got to say about that. I thought it was a really good, very good little excerpt. I think that Andrew Tate and Adin Ross is a collaboration and a duo that I never thought would be like out there, and I think it's amazing because he's right. Adin Ross is really like a fucking like a goofy ass average really regular kid, and him gravitating towards an Andrew Tate is actually really interesting. I'm curious to see how Adin Ross grows. I'm curious to see what kind of man he becomes if he was to follow the advice of an Andrew Tate. I mean, he's 22, rich as fuck. Like, he's got the whole world in his hands right now. He's pulling Kaisenat ISO speed numbers. It's Kaisenat, Adin Ross, XQC, and ISO speed, you guys. Those 4 streamers are fucking pulling stupid numbers right now. And so it's really interesting to see what Adin Ross does, you guys. And I think that, you know, one thing about Adin that we're watching is that he's rich, but just because you're rich doesn't solve all of your personal problems. And I think that the intrinsic value that Andrew Tate is going to provide to Adin obviously has to take the steps himself, but I'm very curious to see the Adin Ross 5-10 years from now. You know what I mean? I think it'll be interesting. I'm not advocating for the 4 wives or whatever. We just want to see him happy, right? We just want to see him happy. We just want to see him, like, you know, just do some fun stuff. I think that hopefully this path doesn't make him like less funny, because I think that what happens is that a lot of people, a lot of men get a lot more serious, and they just, I know it happened to me. It was so hard for me to just enjoy movies, regular things, because all I can see now is just like is just you know, society and men and women, and it's like it really kind of sucks because it ruins things for me. But at the same time, I don't know if I would revert back, because I know now how important it is to continuously every single day better myself, you know? So he's got to find a balance. And so I'm hoping that this funny, goofy, laughable Adin Ross that we see and we love doesn't get killed in the process of him transforming himself. You know what I mean? So that's just my thoughts on it, you guys, man. I don't know what you guys think about that, man. It's your brother Trey. I'll see you guys in the next one.